Now, managing these new tensions doesn't mean that we pretend that differences do not exist. For example, France has tried to deal with the issue of race by banning the collection of race-based data. But the problem has not gone away. Instead, France has seen a surge of racial protest in recent years, with many minority groups calling for the government to collect race-based data so as to better inform policy making. The lesson is this: simply ignoring identities and tribes does not mean they no longer exist. Instead, as a starting point, we must recognize that the pool of identity politics arises from the real differences in lived realities. Different segments of our population will have their own real and valid concerns and anxieties. For example, women continue to bear a disproportionate share of housework and receive less recognition at work compared to their male counterparts. Another example, people with disabilities are not able to participate as fully in society as they would like to. And yet another more contested example, LGBTQ persons feeling that society does not accept them or even recognize them as different. These are important concerns. One cannot say to any of these groups that their concerns are illegitimate or exaggerated. For if we are to live up to the founding ethos of Singapore, every Singaporean deserves a place in our society, regardless of his or her background, status, or racial or cultural identity. This is what a fair and just society must mean, and we cannot, in the name of avoiding the dangers of identity politics, deny the rights of a variety of groups to organize themselves so as to gain recognition for their concerns or seek to improve their conditions and well-being. The challenge is to acknowledge and do our best to address the legitimate concerns of every tribe without allowing our politics to be based exclusively on identities or tribal allegiances.